the next 4 quarters, only keep it light. Strapped in tight, we're taking flight. From the field to the court, we'll have our sight.
All right, we're back with the special sucking episode of next 4 quarters. This is our main course, and we got a couple guys doing their punishment for picks. If you look, Tony ripped his off the stick already. Like that didn't
right
last
down
but
the
2
hatch,
seconds.
you know what I mean?
Right down the
Yeah,
hatch.
he's just gonna throw it in and swallow. Good job, Tony. We always knew you were a swallower.
Spitters or quitters, Tony. Good job.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing is like built like
It's what?
I
Can't bite it?
just try to bite it through it, and it's like glass.
Well, you don't use your teeth.
Yeah, no teeth, Tony. No teeth. You know better.
Dude, this thing you cannot bite through. That's crazy.
I think
Looks
the
like you're in
point
for the
was to
long
suck
suck,
it the whole
Tone.
time.
Right?
Mhm.
Dude, I
Like-
gotta do 2.
Vix looks like a Buddha statue, you know? Look at that thing.
It kind of does.
You
Dude,
don't
he can stick that in his ass and touch his teeth.
He's got an Angel Reese finger on that thing, huh?
Oh my
Or not
god.
Angel
No,
Reese,
that's
what's Travis Hunter's girlfriend's name?
Yeah.
Oh
One of
my
them.
God. Oh, what do we have for today?
All right, well, we have the list, you know, the week-long debate that we've had so far.
What's
And
this?
then we got a couple other things. And nothing real crazy, you know? It's a little midweek and first week after the Super Bowl, so, you know, a bit of depression. Just
Yes.
what we got going on. So,
Real quick on the Super Bowl. 2 things. One, do you guys think that Patty Mahomes had a concussion?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
It would have had to be before the first play was played because he looked weird. Like his eyes looked off from the get-go.
Well, there's that play where he laid out and the guy, his head hit the turf, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was very much what you see out of concussion. And he looked way out of sorts, you know. Not that they ever looked good, but the other part that I noticed about the Super Bowl, did you see that play where Travis Kelce did nothing? I think I sent it to the group.
Yes. Yeah. Where he was just standing there?
He's just standing there. You're like, what are you doing, man?
So there was already
And put his hands up like, Patty, what are you doing?
Yeah,
there
it's
was
like,
already
come
a
on.
flag for offensive holding on that play. So
Right, but you
I mean,
still
that-
play through the play. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he
he
should have.
didn't do anything from the start, though.
But really, like, should Mahomes
There was
have
a
even
flag
been
on
trying
that
that
play?
hard? Yeah, there was offensive
Yeah, because that's the one
holding
where he
and
ran
got called
around,
back.
he got a first down, dropped the
Yeah.
ball, but
Listen,
he was trying.
you don't stand there while your $500 million quarterback is running for his life.
No, I agree.
He did
I agree.
nothing to protect Patrick Mahomes. Well, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is all the way over here, and Kelsey's looking at him like, what are you doing? When he came running back, nothing. I was,
I just see it like at the bottom of your screen. Keep popping in and out of the screen. Oh my!
Tony's got like 8 people at work that want to watch just to watch him.
Hey, I'm down to the balls now.
Oh, he
Listen.
set it off.
Yeah.
I had to.
Before we
He's
do
aggressive.
another bet like this, I want to know the punishment before I agree to it.
Well, I mean,
You
we
know-
talked about the punishment before. Like, we talked about the cup, a straw, a sucker. Like, that was always the punishment was something of this
I mean,
caliber.
oh, look, there you go. You just bit it. Just be happy you didn't, you know, get the cup or, you know,
Yeah, the cup or the straw.
or you
big old
didn't like
floppy
have
tip
to
on
wait
the
last
straw.
minute and get what you get, you know, and get one of them suckers that's like this big, you know, the
Mhm.
bachelorette party suckers that are like,
Oh, they were
Dude, the one
ridiculous.
Gary sent at first, that big old pink one, I was like, God,
Gary.
no.
I thought Gary had to do one.
No,
no, he was
Gary bought
clear of the
some.
picks. He
I
bought some
bought
just in
some
case.
just in case I had to.
He didn't know
I
how the
was
playoffs were
prepared.
going to go.
Do I have to do two?
Mm-hmm.
You already got one down. Like it was nothing. You took
That's
that dick
a-
like a champ, Tom.
Nothing sounds worse
Look.
than beer and a sucker.
It's horrible, but look what kind of beer I bought for this episode.
Boucher. Oh, the Bobby Boucher.
Had to counterbalance what I'm doing here.
Get the worst beer ever.
I don't know if that
Something
was
With the
the
down.
worst
worst
sucker flavor. But no, for the Super Bowl, like when it was 34, well, when it was 27-0, and they went
Yeah.
for that dagger shot, I was like, oh, they're going for the win right now. And then I saw the clip of it, and Sirianni's like, yeah, he's like, if we score here, it's over. Call it. Just
Dude,
call
that
it. I
game was
like,
over.
Oh, yeah.
That game was over after the first 3 drives. Like that was the Chiefs had no answer for anything.
Yeah.
No, they were I don't know. It's like they didn't show up. It's like they believed the hype about themselves for one time. It was weird.
Titans.
Yeah,
Patrick
that.
Mahomes did look off, though, dude. His eyes
looked
were all,
bad.
it was weird.
The
I've never
whole
seen it.
game, like you said, it was the whole game.
Yeah, the entire.
It wasn't
game.
like
like
after a certain play. It was just he was off. The
It
whole
would have
game.
had to be in the first possession of theirs. Something I didn't see. because
Maybe he got
his
some
eyes
weird
look
Cajun
fucking
food.
weird. Like even when he was walking out, though, like he looked off.
Like he was tired, man. Like
Yeah,
you know,
And
like
bags
imagine,
and everything. I was like,
yeah,
this guy.
imagine how much like media shit he had to do. I know it just goes to show you got to be your best all the time.
I
You
mean-
can't just like be like, I could do this on an hour of sleep. You know, you can't do the
Yeah.
old give it the old college try like we used to do. You know, be like, ah, we're good.
I'm good. Get out
I'm
of the
good.
Parker Lumber and go.
Yeah, I can just crack your back, get up, let's go, keep going.
IHOP it is. Get some cigarettes
Yeah.
and let's go.
Dude, I was happy the Eagles won. I was hoping for a little bit more of a competitive game,
Hey,
but
I was
Good
so
Lord.
happy. I was
Like,
so happy to see that.
talent actually prevailed, which was
The
crazy.
only thing I wish would have happened is they would have taken the record from the Broncos as the worst Super Bowl.
Oh, me too.
Yes.
I wish it would have ended up like, instead of getting those 2 field goals, I wish it was touchdowns.
That was my only like, please let the Broncos not hold the record as
Yeah.
a 55-10.
But
You
instead,
know.
they put in their backups and they scored twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, was it more humiliating because it was 40-6? You know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
that
those
more
touchdowns meant
humiliating
nothing.
than the 49ers San Diego Chargers?
That one was bad too, though.
Yeah, I mean, where does that rank in humiliation? Like,
No, I
what's the-
I still
pretty
think it's
bad.
Broncos 55-10, Broncos Seahawks 43-8, then the Chargers Niners,
49ers.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then probably this game because this was just
But it was
ridiculous.
40-22 though. It wasn't as bad as it was.
Yeah, but they scored against backups.
yeah,
But
in
the
last 2 minutes.
scoreboard doesn't say that when you look back on it.
No,
You have to
But
remember it.
the Seahawks didn't pull their starters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Not till the last drive. Russell
And we
Wilson
scored
was
8
in.
points.
No, Russell was in at the end of the game, and Demaryius Thomas was held on that 8 points, on that 6 anyway.
Yeah.
Like it was a blatant like pass interference. Like he was getting drugged down in the end zone. They didn't even throw the flag. They're like, he got it. It's fine. We don't even need to throw the
don't worry about it. The only thing that I hold to is that the 73-0 playoff game when was it Bud Ryan? Yeah, Bud Ryan came up with the dime defense. You guys know about that one, right? So
No,
like,
I remember the 73-0 though.
yeah, well, we don't remember it. I think it was long before our time, but
No, I just remember like
there was a
Seeing it.
73-0 game.
Yeah.
So the Broncos have the worst Super Bowl loss, but not the worst
playoff loss. Yeah, it's still not a consolation prize, It's like it's still bad. It's still up there.
It's not great. It's
We
it's
also
not-
got one of the worst regular season drubbings of all time too. So
that was the worst.
yeah,
That was-
70-20.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was-
God,
Well,
I forgot about
New
that.
England like put it on Tennessee one time too, and I forget the score of that game. It was in the snow, and they were just killing them.
to be when Bill Belichick was going for blood every game
Yeah.
after Deflategate.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember when, but yeah, New England put it on.
Yeah, I mean, everything was score as many points as much as possible. Let's kill them because
Yeah.
they found
Yeah.
out that we were deflating the ball. I mean, so there's that.
Yeah,
But-
basically no chance. That was
Yeah.
a no chance.
Yeah, until you went against Eli Manning. Got to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, right, Tony?
Dude, he should be. I don't make the rules.
You know, I mean, he was a
Well,
500 quarterback with more interceptions than touchdowns.
Is Ben Roethlisberger going in first ballot?
Yes, because he never had a losing season.
It's a Tomlin stat, but it's his too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, but that doesn't
But
mean
what does that
much when
mean,
you-
though? Like, what is that?
It doesn't mean anything when you play the teams they played. It's not that impressive.
What does
Right.
that mean, though? Like, okay, you have a winning season, but you don't do shit.
he won 2
That's
Super
just-
Bowls.
Oh, so did Eli Manning against
He
Tom
was in
Brady.
the AFC Championship game. He never missed the playoffs. Never missed the playoffs.
Ben Roethlisberger never.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he missed. Let's see. Let's look at Ben Roethlisberger's stats.
We'll see.
You said that very confidently.
All right, let's see.
I mean,
You might be
so,
right.
so they
I don't
missed
know.
they missed the playoffs in 2013 and 2018. It looks like.
wasn't he injured one of those years?
I'm trying to pull it up, but of course it's like the Washington Post, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to subscribe?" No, I don't.
All right.
That's better.
That's better, Gary. Finish your thought, Gary, while Daryl's
Yeah,
looking up these
like,
stats.
like you were saying, I'm pulling up stuff, so
Yeah,
we got
I
some
don't
stuff.
think
to-
just having a winning season is all that impressive because they played the Cleveland Browns twice. They played the Bengals back then, were not a good team, and the Ravens weren't always that good. of a
That
team.
was when they had Marvin Lewis. That was Marvin
Yeah.
Lewis year. with Carson
They
Palmer.
weren't consistently good. They weren't consistently good. It's not that
Didn't they only
impressive.
make
Like,
the playoffs like once or twice under Marvin Lewis?
I don't know, but they weren't horrible.
It
They
wasn't
weren't
many.
They,
Yeah,
they
they
weren't the
weren't.
Bengals. They weren't the normal Bengals. We could say that. They weren't the normal Bengals. However, during that time, they had, I don't know, Ray fucking Lewis, the greatest
Yeah.
linebacker of all time that he played twice a year, that went to the Super Bowl, that played 20 seasons. So, I mean, and Tom
So-
Brady and Peyton Manning played during
so
that
the
time.
Ravens won 2 Super
Hold on.
Bowls, and that means that they're the fucking best team ever. Like, yeah, they played Peyton Manning once every couple fucking years. The winning
You're
season.
acting like Eli didn't play all these people,
He played in the NFC, and the NFC's been terrible for a very long time.
but you're acting like he didn't play Brady. He didn't play fucking Peyton. Like, why you listen to all these quarterbacks? He played them too, and he's won 2 Super Bowls against the GOAT.
Go.
Ben
the-
Roethlisberger is not
how is
first
Ben
ballot
Roethlis-
Hall of Fame.
He will
If
be.
he
a
is,
first
Eli
Hall of
should
Famer.
be.
No
Well,
way.
he's not
If he
eligible
is,
till
Eli should be.
2027. So
And
2027.
I'm not
he
even
can
an
actually
Eli
go.
fan. It's
How,
just
how many
it-
yards did Roethlisberger throw for?
Now I'm looking it up. Like, these stats are all over the place. Let's see. According to Pro Football Reference, it says 64,088
And Eli was at 40.
with 211 interceptions and 418 touchdowns.
That's not even. He has almost twice as many touchdowns as Eli does, and that's
So
you're going to
so
say
Eli
that's
threw
comparative.
for 57-23. So 57,023 yards.
So 7,000 more yards.
it's comparable.
Yeah.
That's
Comparable.
one season and a little bit more. That's like 1.5 seasons.
I would 100 times out of 100 take Roethlisberger over Eli Manning.
Well, I
What
would
if-
too, but I'm just saying if you put Roethlisberger in, you got to put Eli in.
So what if
I
you
guess
were
we
in a
have to wait
stall
until
in the bathroom,
2027
though,
to see if he
who would
goes
you pick?
in.
What's that, Gary?
Men's restroom and a stall in the bathroom, and Roethlisberger and Eli Manning walked in. Who would you rather have in there with you?
We all know Roethlisberger's affliction for peeing on people. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick Eli on that one.
It seems like
I
the
don't think
wise
Eli
choice.
ever. I will say this: if you're going on class, Eli definitely outclasses Ben Roethlisberger.
Hey,
No, Ben Roethlisberger
do-
was a good quarterback. I just don't think
who
he's
did
first ballot.
Roethlisberger beat in the Super Bowl?
Kurt
Hassel-
Warner and Hasselbeck.
Okay, pull up
He lost to Rodgers.
Roethlisberger's stats in the Super Bowls. Compare him to Eli.
Oh, Eli didn't do shit in the Super Bowl. They only scored like 13 points. 19?
Because I don't think Roethlisberger threw a touchdown in the first Super Bowl. I think he threw like 2 picks.
All right, so his total for the Super Bowl, were we looking for yards or were we looking for?
I
Total
want
touchdowns,
touchdowns.
3,
Three,
5
2
interceptions.
That's in 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Right. That's how many touchdowns
3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns to 5 interceptions.
in 3 Super Bowls? What about Eli? What about my boy?
Pulling him up next. And 2 Super Bowls. Eli's got 3 touchdowns, 1 interception,
When
151
it
yards.
matters the most, he whipped Brady's ass. You ain't gonna convince me that he don't deserve it if Roethlisberger does. That ain't
Oh,
happening.
I'm saying he should be Hall of Fame.
Just
But-
not first ballot. I said he
If
should be in the Hall.
Roethlisberger's first ballot,
Absolutely.
Eli's first ballot.
Right?
All I'm
And we have to wait till 2027 to see, because that's when he's eligible.
So he'll
He'll be
probably
a
get
first
it.
ballot.
I think
He
he'll get in
probably
because
will.
he's a Steelers.
And
I
he
think he gets in
shouldn't.
just based on the, on the team.
Yeah, he shouldn't, but he will.
Who, both or just Roethlisberger?
Roethlisberger
No,
should not be
Roethlisberger.
first ballot. I mean, they'll both make it. Roethlisberger shouldn't be first ballot, but he probably will.
64,000 yards, right?
Yeah.
Eli
Compared
was
to
at
57.
58.
57, 23 or something like
How long did Roethlisberger play? 16 years?
that. He was 04 to when? Let's see.
Oh, he played 2 more seasons.
Oh, he played 2 more
Equals that.
Yeah, look at that.
teams.
Quick math. Tony's a math guy today, you know?
He's all over it.
The fucking math guy.
He's
This
got
guy.
his vitamin
Is
D
it?
in him.
Those suckers, yeah, they did the trick.
Yeah, they
Full of life.
had a little brain fuel for you, huh?
Feels like I got DNA.
I wish we would just tell you, like, instead of having to, like, do all this, like, math.
There's a site, I think it's Pro Football Reference that will compare them.
I was on Pro Football Reference. It didn't compare shit.
They did do it for me.
So
The
Ben
smartest computer guy I know
Roethlisberger
can't figure
played
out a
from
search.
2004 to 2021.
17.
Let's see. Eli played 2004 to 2019. So 15 years.
Oh.
2 more seasons. 2 more seasons.
There goes
Damn.
the yards.
There it goes. I don't know. It's like for whatever reason, I don't think Eli Manning belongs in that category. I just don't. Just like you guys don't like Tiki Barber, even though for he's number for 6 seasons, he got 9,000 yards in 6 seasons.
Terrell Davis
9,000
got
yards
like
in 6 seasons.
6,000 yards in like 3.5.
Who did?
Terrell Davis almost got 6,000 yards in 3 seasons.
I didn't say
Counting
he's better.
playoffs.
I didn't say he's better than Terrell Davis. I'm
just saying. Is Terrell Davis in the Hall of Fame when he get in?
I don't think he
wasn't
was
first
first
ballot.
ballot either.
No, he wasn't.
Guys like that with those injury shortened careers, like Gale
Because you
said.
figure he had 4 monster years
Yes,
and then 3 terrible years.
yeah. When he was trying to get back, and what a shame that was because he was so awesome to watch, you know. And then they kind of discount Terrell Davis because then came Clinton Portis and Orlando Scary, Reuben Jones,
Well, then the system.
Peyton Hillis. Yeah, it was like, well, it's really not Terrell Davis; it's the system, right? I mean,
Right.
that's
So
kind
like
of
that all goes back to Shanahan, and Shanahan's not even like there.
Dude, I was a huge Clinton Portis fan. I love that motherfucker.
Oh,
Dude,
dude,
like
I
he
love
was good.
yeah.
I was
That's-
pissed when we traded him, and then Champ Bailey turned out to be amazing. But I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, that
Why
was
are
a
we
great
doing
trade.
this? It was, but at the beginning, I was like, this is
At the time, it's like, come on, man. He
who
just
the
put up
fuck
5
is Champ
touchdowns.
Bailey?
5 touchdowns against Kansas City, wasn't it 5?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
When he was killing, when he had the belt.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was Shannon Sharp gave him the belt.
almost
was when we
300
had-
yards.
Those
Yeah.
were the best Broncos to watch, you know. And I hope that they get that swagger back, you know, when Shannon Sharp's on the sideline. We're killing the Patriots, calling the National Guard.
Yeah,
No,
so I know.
they-
I know Tony wants Ashton Genty, but I take that Devin Neal out of Kansas.
I do too. I want the guy from Michigan. Tight end.
Oh, Colston, Loveland.
No, is it Love? Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
Loveland. I think we get
Who
that
could-
guy and then Neal. Trade, get some that defensive tackle that's 345 pounds. They think will go in the 3rd round. That
I'd have to say him.
our D line coach is in love with them. He's
That's good.
345 pounds. They think he's going to go in the 3rd. So if we could do that, I mean, my God, that addresses all kinds of issues.
You
See,
don't
I like
think
I like
Ashton
Tyler Warren
Genty
better.
with Bo Nix, dude?
I think Ashton Genty would be great, but
Like we don't even have to block for the guy. He'd break
I'm
tackles.
pretty sure Dallas is going to take him, and we're not going to be able to get him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that we don't like Genty. It's just that he's not going to be there at the 20th pick, and we could get an impact player at the 20th pick with a great tight end. The only tight end better than the guy from Michigan is the guy from Penn State.
Yeah, Tyler Warren.
Yeah, Tyler Warren is the only guy that's better than the guy from Michigan. The guy from Michigan is like that tight end. So I like Genty. If we were the 13 pick or whatever ahead of Dallas, yeah, I'd say take Genty. I just don't think we should trade up to get him. That's
Right,
all.
and to get Tyler Warren, we'd have to trade up in front of probably Indianapolis.
Because Indianapolis loves him too. So I just think Sean Payton has done a good job not trading picks and sacrificing players, and I don't think we should do that. I think that's a good strategy that he's had. That's all.
Well,
that's what
And we really haven't had picks. Like, you know, we gave them away. We're like, oh, hey, we don't need picks. That's not how you build a team.
It's pretty impressive to see what George Patton has done with no picks. You know what I mean? The talent that he's got in there, you know?
Yeah, it's wild. You're like, I don't know how we did this with cap hell and no picks.
It really is, because we've had nothing. And
I mean, he swung and missed on some, and then like Javonte looked like he was going to be amazing, and then got hurt and hasn't done anything since.
yeah, if he didn't blow out his knee, he would have been the steal of the draft. You know, he was a beast, but you know,
And what you're going to do?
so
But yeah, just to go to Aaron Rodgers real fast, just to mention him.
I was hoping we were going to bring that up.
The Jets just said, we good.
Yeah.
You could just go. We don't need you.
I heard it was pretty mutual.
If
Is what I
you're
heard
trying to
today.
save face, you say it's mutual, but like
I
when
think
you
I was
fly
listening
from
to-
California to New York to meet with the team and they tell you, we good.
I think it was
That
Dan
doesn't seem
Patrick
mutual.
said, I think it was Dan Patrick, who I was listening to yesterday morning, said it was a mutual thing.
Yeah, it doesn't feel
Like-
mutual at all.
No, not at
No,
all. But
I'm going to go with Daryl.
that's what I've heard.
Where's he going?
Vikings.
I
that would be
honestly, I
amazing.
hope the Vikings screw up with Sam Darnold, let him leave, and then Rodgers can complete the farf.
Yeah.
You know,
That'd be amazing.
that's all I want.
Get him
And
to the
then,
NFC Championship and blow it.
Get just blasted, get concussed.
I could see him
That-
going to
that-
Oakland.
I'm,
Las
I'm
Vegas.
gonna
yeah.
say a team that's real weird.
What's
The
that?
Rams. The Rams.
Yeah, I've been
Because
hearing that
Stafford's
too.
been talking about
Stafford
retiring, and
wants
he's
out or retired.
kind of
yeah.
wishy-washy. He's pissed about them trading Cooper Cup.
Did they actually trade him?
No, he's
Not
on the
yet,
trade
but-
block, though. They told him that he's on the trade block, and then he posted on X or whatever.
Why would
but-
you get rid of him?
Injury.
Cooper Cup, just because he's older.
30 years old, man.
He was a Triple Crown, like, what, 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
2020,
Was it 2020?
21. Is that when they went to the Super Bowl? 2021? Because it's been the
Well,
Chiefs the
fuck.
last 3 years. Before then, it was
Yeah.
the Bengals. So
Yeah.
2021.
I like Cooper Cup a lot. But, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's a testament to the Broncos training staff that we're the least injured. And then you look at, like, the 49ers, who can't stay healthy. The Rams have that problem now, right? Like, whatever it is, their training staff is missing, and those guys just can't stay healthy. And I think if Cooper Cup goes to a team that is training correctly,
Yeah, you never know.
maybe he recaptures that. But right now, he can't stay healthy.
I'm saying if Stafford bounces, they're going to get Rodgers
I
for 1
think
year.
I think Rodgers goes to the Raiders. Tom Brady
That's
is
my thought.
not going to let the Raiders do something stupid and not get a quarterback.
Well, because at this point, it seems like the Giants are going to take Shadur. Cam Ward's still kind of up in the air if he's going to Tennessee or not. But if he doesn't go to Tennessee and Tennessee takes Travis Hunter, Cam Ward's going to go to Cleveland.
Bad for him.
Who
Yeah.
was a bigger train wreck of a franchise, the Jets or the Browns?
Oh, dude.
Browns.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now, I'm just saying, like, your Browns team packed up and left and then became successful. Like, that's the
Wait,
ultimate insult. Like,
but
every
what's so
time Baltimore
crazy,
wins,
it was
you
the
got to
same-
just hate life.
it was
At least
the
the
same
Jets
owner.
have a Super Bowl.
It was the same owner. It was Art Modell. It's not like they changed ownership or anything. They picked up the same team, the same GM, the same everything.
That's
So they're like,
worse.
let's go to Baltimore.
It's
Yeah.
a curse there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Like, as
thing
soon as you leave,
that's
you're
what I'm saying,
successful.
like New York. How bad is New York? You get Aaron Rodgers, maybe not in his
Well-
prime, but pretty close to it. He just had 50 touchdowns and like an interception the year before. Comes running out and rips his Achilles.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
and
it's
when he
about-
plays,
It's
he
the
puts up
Jets
great
that are
numbers
cursed.
when he plays.
I'm just saying, it's the Jets that are cursed
Yeah.
because the Giants are good. The Giants do random stuff and make the Super Bowl or the playoffs. You're like, really? The Giants?
Yeah, and the Bills. The Bills are pretty
Yeah.
cursed still
They-
too. They'll-
They just throw a
don't
dart
know
at the
that they're
board
ever
and they're
gonna
like, we're
get
going to
over
pick this guy, and he does great for him. It's weird.
You want to talk about the dummy in all this is fucking Adams.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Devontae.
He's
Oh,
the
God.
fucking idiot. He should have went to another team.
He should have
when
went to
he was
Kansas
big.
City.
He should have. But he wanted to follow Rodgers for 1 fucking year, and now he's stuck there. And now what the fuck is he gonna do?
Oh, they're going to release him.
Go back
Yeah.
to fucking Oakland?
Yeah, they're going to
Stupid
release
ass.
him. And then Kansas City's probably going to come in and pick him up because that's how Kansas City does it.
Then,
Yeah.
dude, Kansas City had all the receivers back. They were 100% healthy on offense, and they look like shit.
Yeah.
Go to fucking Kansas City.
I
Well,
mean,
here's the
that's what
other
happens when you
thing.
get pressure, right?
The
Yeah,
other thing
exactly.
about Kansas City is that is it Xavier Worthy? That
Yeah.
guy still hasn't gone to trial for that car wreck.
Oh,
Right?
no, wasn't that Rushy Rice? Rushy Rice?
Rasheed
Yeah,
Rice. I'm
Rice.
sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Worthy's their rookie.
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be real good.
He fast.
I hope not. Can we?
Oh,
can
he
we-
is. We
I
got
mean,
Patrick Surtain, though. We'll be all right.
He not cheetah fast, but he fast.
Surtain, he's a lock
Did-
his ass down every time we
Did
play
you
him. That's
see
it.
what was it? Who I was watching a podcast the other day, and DK Metcalf said that he could outrun Tyreek Hill.
Didn't he
Isn't
challenge him to a
Metcalf
race?
Huh?
Didn't he challenge him to a race?
Yes, on Club Shay Shay. That's what it was. Shannon Sharp's like, wait a second. Now, wait a second. You're telling me you could beat freaking Tyreek Hill? Like, oh, yeah. It's Shannon
He's
Sharp. Like,
fast, though, dude.
He is
DK
fast.
He is
He's
fucking
pretty
fast.
fast.
he's not.
I don't know
right.
about
So
cheetahs.
fast.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that he's cheetah fast.
It sounded like you said D-gay.
He did.
I thought
He
he
did
did say
say that.
DA. I was like,
He
that's
did.
fine.
D-gay.
DK, you know, it's
I was
fine.
like, they're okay.
DK Metcalf is fast, but nobody's ever said the cheetah DK Metcalf.
No.
Nobody's given him a
No,
nickname.
like the only claim to fame he got is when he chased down Buda Baker.
You just
Yeah.
gave him a nickname.
Yeah, DK.
Yeah, DK.
DK.
DK not that fast.
No,
DK slow.
DK not that fast, Metcalf.
The other good podcast that I was watching, you guys are gonna like this. Chad Ochocinco challenged Harrison to a fight. Did you guys
An
see that?
MMA fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MMA.
And Chad Ochocinco actually thinks that he's gonna beat James Harrison.
You know,
Dude, he said he was bragging about how his hands and how his hands. Didn't he lose his boxing match? Didn't he get knocked out? Whoever he
I
fought.
don't know. All I know is
Dude,
I remember
he lost.
I watched him on Stephen A. or with Stephen A. when he was like, I ran out of pee-pee. So he got
yeah.
enhanced.
What?
Yeah, so he got surgically enhanced.
He what?
She said go.
I didn't
she said
even.
go
I didn't even know
deeper.
that was a real thing.
I couldn't go any deeper. That was all I had.
Yeah, I ran out of pee-pee. That's what he said.
Oh my God.
It was an actual thing. Even Stephen A. is like, you know, we're
We're
recording.
on air.
You never run out of pee-pee. That's the worst thing to run out.
Another good fight that's going to happen is John Rocker. Did you guys see that one?
Oh yeah.
No.
John
Is that
Rocker,
really
Patrick
happening?
Mahomes'
Is that really-
dad.
Oh my
Is that
God.
really happening?
They almost fought like during the Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
So I saw a post from John Rocker today about training and ready, and he said, "Yeah, it's not gonna be good for old Pat Mahomes Sr. And if Pat Mahomes Jr.'s team keeps trying to stop this fight, they better stay out of my fucking way."
First off,
Isn't Rocker a baseball player?
he was a
Yeah,
pitcher.
so was Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, both of them.
They're both pitchers.
Is that why they're beefing? I didn't look into it.
So
I think
they
it's
didn't
just
like
due
each
to
other
trying
when
to
they
make
played.
them fight. Like
Yeah,
I
whatever.
think they're just hyping up the fight. Is what that New Orleans thing was.
Dave what does Portnoy do? The
Yeah, Dave
R&R
Portnoy,
box-
Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he has the R&R boxing. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Ready to
Rough and
Rumble.
Rowdy.
Yeah,
Rough and
they're
Rowdy.
signing. They're both getting $300,000 to have a sanctioned boxing match.
Which to me, that's like John Rocker's gonna beat the fuck out. Like if it's an actual fight, John Rocker is beating the fuck out of that guy.
John Rocker is not. He's a specimen. Still,
He's a baseball player. I mean, come on.
exactly. Tony Gwynn, Mary Ramirez.
Like, dude, the
look
guy
at
is
the
fucking
specimens
like
they put out there.
his fucking arms are massive.
Wait, hold on.
He's a peak specimen.
Is he talking about him? I knew it was coming. I'm just glad I didn't say it this time.
You didn't have to. You gave me
You
the eyes,
wanted
and I
to.
knew what you wanted.
Yeah, we read your eyes.
Yeah,
Now that's a physique. Like
Now
the
that's a
Sam Darnold
specimen.
one fell
Like-
flat, but this one,
Now look
Like,
at Patrick
look at that dude.
Mahomes Sr. Let's see. Let's
Naked.
compare the two. Can you do a split screen to see what these guys are gonna like? What he's going up against?
I bet you could find his mugshots.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
like three
I mean-
DUIs.
Yeah, the hat trick. He pulled the hat trick.
The only
The
one
three-peater.
undefeated in the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes Sr.
I guess there's there he is.
the only one that has a three-peat.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
if it-
the only one that has a three-peat.
Yeah. If it was a race, I'd put money on Patrick Mahomes Sr.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why?
Dude, he's got a concave chest. I don't know. Like, it doesn't look like he's got like weenie arms and a concave chest. I don't have
I
that
don't-
dude doing much.
So I don't see the fight actually happening. Like I just don't. Like there's no way that's gonna actually happen.
Oh, no, Portnoy came out and said it was going to. He's like, I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it
but
set
that
up.
guy,
It's going to be in
that guy
Atlantic
said a lot of
City.
shit though.
But you never know. Like it could be a thing because they were like really like angry like during the Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening. Like I really do not see them allowing that to happen.
Whatever.
Rocker will fuck him.
Like I hope it happens because I want to watch, but I don't see it happening.
Oh,
I
I'll
really
tune
don't.
in.
Oh yeah.
What about
yeah,
Paul
absolutely.
and Canelo?
No, that's off. Canal's
Yeah,
fighting
what
Terrence
happened there?
Crawford. I don't know. Somebody gave him more
Dude,
money to do
I'm a
something else.
Terrence Crawford fan, dude. I think he could beat Canelo. He
Oh,
good.
yeah.
He real
Yeah.
good.
Bud Crawford's amazing. Like he didn't come off as amazing, and then you're like, man, okay, so this dude
He
can actually
wins.
box.
It's like a reminds me of like a Mayweather, like a Timu
Timu
Mayweather. Like he just
Mayweather.
wins, dude. He just beats whoever he's fighting. Like,
Yeah, they're like, this guy's good, real good.
well, fuck
Speaking,
Canelo for
speaking
bitching
of
out.
boxing, which leads us straight into our nice, awesome debate of what takes more talent. You know, we got this sweet ass list from ESPN.com.
And
And
looking at that
boxing-
list,
Is the number one in degree of difficulty, right there.
so that list doesn't really account for much talent in there.
I mean,
Like
Power,
it doesn't take a
strength,
lot of
speed.
it doesn't take a lot
does-
of skill or
I
talent.
guess the thing is, does difficulty equal talent? Degree of difficulty requires more talent.
I say on this list, absolutely not, because they have in all this shit that doesn't really accumulate to like skills.
So like
And so I look
my
at their,
my argument for this stuff is I think it all depends on your physique. Like whatever God
Yes.
gave you to work with.
this list.
If you're
is
like
all,
if you're 6'11", 7 foot, you're playing basketball if you're any good, right?
I mean, yeah, that's like
I mean-
ice hockey's second, right? It is.
Yeah.
That's like saying it can for Wayne Gretzky. He's gonna think the hockey is easier than playing fucking or boxing.
So
Right.
that brings
Oh,
up
you
my point, Daryl. Just show the group of experts they used for this real quick.
Is it down here
You
at the bottom?
Scroll up. No, you
I
got to
thought it was at
scroll
the
up
bottom.
and you got to click on another link. Panel of experts right there,
I can't even see it. Oh, over here.
right in the middle of the screen, pretty much.
All right.
So you have one actual athlete on this list.
You got a girl though. You know, you got that diversity. That's that
You got
DI.
three of them. You got three of them.
I mean,
Look at that lady.
yeah,
It's
but that
real
might
diverse.
be a transitioner. You never know.
real diversity.
I mean,
So
this
this
guy's
list-
from the Holocaust. Look at that photo. Jesus.
This
Couldn't even
list
give you
came
one of
out
him in
in
color.
My God, if we aren't canceled, we're canceled.
This list came out in 2003 with a bunch of people that never played fucking sports.
You got one guy.
One guy
Dude,
that
I
played
can't
sports.
believe you said Holocaust.
I mean, did you see the photo? Look at that thing. Couldn't get him a color photo.
My. That might be worse than saying orange juice.
Those are the panel of experts who say which sport is the hardest to play, and they took
So what about-
talent, like skill.
I
they
mean,
did
we
not account
we
for
also have
skill
our
at all.
experts that tell us how to spend our government money too, and you know.
So
well,
what
they've done.
about
So-
our experts here on,
Hold on.
the next 4 quarters?
So to that, I'll say this, Gary. To say that a professional athlete will be the only one that can weigh in on that would to say like, I don't know, somebody like Meta World Peace is the person you need to listen to. Just because you play professional sports doesn't make you more intelligent. As a matter of fact, I would say probably exponentially less because you have God-given
Okay, but
talent.
we're talking about playing sports. If I want to
Right.
know about how to play sports, I'm going to ask the people that play sports. I'm not
No,
going to go to the 70-year-old lady and say, hey, which sport's the most difficult to play? Well, if you take into account nerve and agility, like, I'm not asking that. Which sport requires the most skill?
Which they have
I mean, how much
on
skill does it
endurance,
go in?
strength, power, speed,
I'm just saying,
agility,
like,
flexibility.
let's do a real world example. Like,
How much skill
I
does it
could
take
go out
to
and play
escape the
football.
Holocaust?
Not very good. You know what I mean? I said I can go out and play football. Not very good. I can go and play basketball. Not very good. I can go out and play baseball. Not very good. If I had to pick a sport to just like screw around with, it's gonna be baseball or basketball. It's not gonna be football.
Nerves.
Exactly. You're gonna smash. Be fucking hurting every day.
But I'm talking skill. Like, I've played all three, and baseball is by far the hardest to play.
to hit the ball.
Hit the ball, to be able to throw that ball so accurate across the fucking field back to first base.
Right. But I'm just saying,
takes-
if you could throw a football 70 yards with pinpoint accuracy, like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, like
Oh,
that's
Nix,
skill as well.
Bo
Hey, that's
Nix,
the difference,
64
though.
Oh
yards
yeah,
in the
piss
air.
missiles. You know.
With football, you have one player that could do that.
Yeah, but you also got
Baseball-
somebody in the way.
Baseball, the whole team has to be able to throw it like that.
Not really. Not the catcher.
Yeah, outfielder has to be able to
Catcher's
throw
got to
it.
throw it 90 yards, right? And not the distance between home and second, home and first.
Is it 90 yards?
That was 9. Well, not 90 yards. 90 feet. My bad.
I was going to say,
90 feet.
30
My bad.
yards.
My bad.
I mean, like they don't take into account the whole team and how much skill each individual person has to have to do
So
this
127 feet.
Let me just say this. So you take a guy like Deion Sanders, who what was easiest to him was football, right? That's what he did for a living. That's what he did. Like, that was his shit. And he tried to play baseball. He said baseball was the hardest sport he had to play. You take Michael Jordan, who was the best ever at basketball. That was his shit. He tried to go play baseball, and he said that was the hardest sport he ever played. Of course, when you're the very best at what you do, that sport's going to be the easiest because that's what you're naturally gifted at. That's what you come up doing. That's what you've always done. That's what comes natural to you. I've never heard or seen anybody say from another sport that another sport was harder except for baseball. I'm not saying that that's the end all be all. I'm just saying that that's all I have to go off of is other sports, the best at their sport, going to play baseball, saying I can't do that.
So how many NFL players went and played hockey?
None. That's what I just said.
I'm
I said
just
that's
saying,
not the end all be all. That's all I
to not be crazy about basketball, but how many times did like the football players, baseball players, probably even hockey players are like, I'm gonna go play a pickup game of basketball. That happens more often than not. I mean, so like, how low is basketball on the skill list? Like if we take like the four main sports, your football, your basketball, your baseball, and your hockey. Hockey's got to be one, right? Because that's got to be the worst.
I say it goes hockey, baseball, football, basketball.
I would put that.
I agree.
Just in terms of a team, yes. Like the whole team, yeah. If
Now,
we're talking individual positions,
yes, quarterback number one.
Quarterback is one.
Number one hardest.
If we're talking individual shit, it's golf or tennis.
individual sports, do golf.
Or
Like
tennis,
you can chip it around, but that game sucks. That's hard. That's accuracy on a whole different level.
I've never boxed professionally, but I feel like boxing would be down on the list because all you got to do is fight.
I mean, if we're talking if you're going to be championship level, you got to be really good.
I ain't going to professionally box and win belts.
I've watched people box in like a Burger King, and they were terrible. You know, they were slipping around on the ground.
Looking at the list, though, back to the list, like they have lacrosse so low, and that takes tons of skill. Rugby,
I mean,
okay, so you look at rugby and the nerve category. Rugby, they ranked at a 6.5, and American football at a 7.25. Rugby, you have no pads.
But
so how does
taking
it
into
take
account the list came out in 2003, you were going across the middle with Ray Lewis right there.
But still,
that was when you actually could kill people. That's when Ronnie Lott is cutting off his fucking finger, you know. That's when concussions weren't even a thing.
So which takes more nerve, though, to go out and do? Play fucking rugby with no pads or play football with pads?
You're also running a lot faster in football, though. Like, it's different.
The list is flawed, in my opinion. Like, it's a bad list. It's bad rankings, it's bad categories.
I believe there is one on this entire list that's completely, utterly true. It's at the very bottom. It's the very last one. It's fishing.
I don't know why golf is so low. That is crazy to me.
But I truly agree with fishing.
Dude, and how about rodeoing? Like, that's low as shit too.
Well, it's sprinkled in there.
So I'll tell you why this list is in order the way it is. And it goes into another topic you wanted to talk about today, Daryl. It's media influence on sports. Football, the most watched sport, ranks higher than all these other sports that, in my opinion, take far more skill and talent to play. It's because media pushes football.
They do.
Like, it's media's influence. People are influenced by the media.
How would boxing
sports
be number one if media pushes football?
Dude, how is martial arts not above boxing?
So
I would think MMA would be above boxing.
I would think
there's so much more.
But in 2003, MMA was not big.
Yeah.
That was when
it wasn't. And
that's when it was
boxing
open weight classes and shit, you know?
Yeah, that was when they considered it human cockfighting, and you had Ken Shamrock going against a sumo wrestler, and they'd fight one after another. The sport has evolved so quickly.
So I'm talking about today, though. You would put that above boxing, correct?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
What about water
polo?
Back
then, boxing was a big sport back then.
Dude, water polo, synchronized swimming,
dude,
no way.
To swim for that long and move like that, it's like, I'd rather
synchronized swimming to be underwater, like upside down underwater. No, I'll go get my face beat in. It's fine.
Yeah. I gotta hold my breath and move. What?
Yeah, and not swallow water. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's just
tennis
great.
is up there. Gymnastics is crazy too.
Yeah. Gymnastics is hard.
I mean, not everyone can be Simone Biles, so there's that. I mean, you watched Old School. This list came out around the time of Old School. They did gymnastics.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah, they did floor exercises and stuff.
Man, I watched that just the other day.
The Iron Cross.
Oh my God.
Like, you see where like surfing and fencing are?
Have you guys ever surfed?
No, that seems like super difficult.
So
Like
let
I
me
watched
just
this
tell
dude
you
like
something.
surfing like 115-foot wave or something. I was like, I'm out.
You don't even like to get on that board. The core control it takes to do it is so insane because you've got to push up and jump out of the water to land on the board. Yeah, granted, I did it when I was like 14, 15, 16. Each time we'd go like to the beach. And so I didn't have anybody teaching me. I'm like, yeah, hey, listen, let me just jump on that surfboard. Way more difficult than you would imagine to have that control. Just paddleboarding, I have paddle boards, and that core is a lot tougher than you would think on that
Oh,
board,
yeah.
the way it moves on the water.
Like anything on water is kind of sketch.
Well,
Kind of takes
look
a
at
lot
the
of
swimming.
skill.
It's broken up. It says swimming all strokes distance.
Well, yeah, because you got the
And swimming
backstroke,
all strokes
the
sprints.
breaststroke.
I just want to know why badminton.
I mean,
Badminton? And is the nerve on
how is it
badminton?
about like? So I'm just saying, like auto racing, it doesn't seem hard. Like you just drive in a circle, right? But
It is.
Left
Dude.
turns. A lot
yeah,
of
four
left
left
turns.
turns. That's it.
I don't
just
know
keep
if you
turning
guys
left.
have been on a circle track though. Like they're not flat; they're fairly steep when you get to
Well,
the
they
outside
got that
wall.
curve, you know.
Yeah,
But-
their reaction
But even
time.
if, like I'm just saying, like taking them like the Grand Prix, like the Monaco Grand Prix and shit, like Indy cars, that kind of shit. You're like, dude, those tracks are like hairpin turns, flipping, flopping all over
Yeah.
the fucking place. They're like Chris
Have
Jones'
you guys
nuts.
seen the things that like where they'll take a NASCAR driver and have him do his reflexes against like, you know, a baseball player or a boxer, where they take the things and they drop and you catch
Oh,
them? You guys
yeah,
seen
they
that?
drop
And-
test.
And a NASCAR driver gets all of them because their reaction time is like so quick. And like the best baseball player got like 4 out of 5. And it was insane to see the difference of their hand speed and reaction time. NASCAR drivers are different level when it comes to their reaction time.
And their
when you-
bladder control. Can you imagine having to pee for like 3 hours? You're
5,
like,
6
oh my god.
hours sometimes.
Did I piss
Well, you've
my
got to
pants?
think before that, like all the time they take before that.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to
In
be
other
5
news-
hours sometimes.
In other
I'm
news,
Jimmy
Tony
Butler
is-
in it.
Jimmy Butler joined Tony. Just
Oh, we
this
know.
week.
I don't shit my pants in front of a million viewers though.
Right?
But
Maybe
hold on.
maybe
Hold
white
on.
was a bad
Before we get
choice.
past this, I want to ask, like, hold on. How is golf one above cheerleading? That shit is crazy to me.
Wait, Tony, I like this
Like-
subject. Because you're like, no, we're not going to do this.
Hold on.
wait.
We could go there, but like, how is golf just one above cheerleading?
So I'm going to
The
say it's
fuck?
because it was a list made by people who don't really understand the talent and skill that sports involve.
As gay as this sounds, I could shake a pom pom better than I could hit a fucking golf ball and fucking get it in the hole and make par.
I mean,
That's
can you
fucking
pick up some of
crazy.
those big girls, you know, in the
Yeah,
air like
but
they
they're
do?
not
Dude, that's-
talking. They're not talking like pom pom shaking. They're talking about these. It's basically gymnastics.
Yeah, the
You know,
giant
it's
shows
dancing.
they
It's
put
not
on.
It's dancing, not gymnastics.
The hell it is. Have you
It's-
ever
it's-
watched
it's
a
not
cheerleading
shower dancing.
competition?
Gymnastics is way up here.
Yeah.
It's like 8th on the list. Cheerleading is right below golf, like at the bottom of this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, I think they're just talking like probably like high school competition cheerleading, college
Hey,
competition
listen,
cheerleading.
and
Gary,
it's right below golf.
hold
Yeah,
on.
it seems low.
Gary has witnessed my niece, Gary's little cousin, whatever, however they're related. Have you seen Kinsey do flips?
Oh, yeah.
However, there really is.
Listen, that kid will just like a gymnast, does she not, Gary?
Oh, like
Okay,
boom,
but
like,
that's a lot
like
of
a
gymnastics,
slinky.
Gymnastics, though.
But a lot of that goes into cheer these days. It's not like the old
Yeah,
true.
cheerleading.
What I'm saying is competitive cheer is dance meets gymnastics. So
It's
it is
dance
far
meets
more.
cheerleading.
It's like a 10-minute show.
Dude,
Yeah.
trust me, like my kids are in dance. They've done gymnastics. Like they've done cheerleading. I've seen all three over the years. Cheerleading should not be one below golf. I got 2 girls, 2 daughters that do all three, and
And how old are they?
One's 16, one's 9.
So Kinsey just scored 8th in the nation. 8th in the nation. If you watch that routine, it is not.
And that's harder than golf.
I mean, I think you're overlooking the elephant in the room here.
What's that?
Table tennis, ping pong,
Oh my
or as the
God.
Chinese would say,
Ping pong.
Bruce Lee could do that shit with nunchucks, dude.
That's harder than golf and cheerleading and horse racing.
It should be.
Half roping.
Yeah, look at this. We can go up a little bit.
Like it's
I
just
mean,
it's a bad list.
It is.
It's just funny to think about all these sports though. Like I wouldn't really like consider all these sports. Like this is like Olympic events and shit.
Mm-hmm. But isn't flag
Like-
football an Olympic event now?
I think at the next Olympics, and that's supposed to be like 2028 or something like that.
This
I
is a
can't
shit
remember.
ass list.
All right, listen. The one that we need to get on is the break dancing girl from Australia.
Oh, Ray
Oh,
Where
yeah.
Gun.
does she rank on this
Ray
list?
gun. I mean that's down here by fishing. That's over here.
Dude,
This-
I could
However,
do that.
like so shooting, like you're like, oh, shooting, like why is it so low? Know what I mean?
well, I'm sure they're
And-
probably talking about like skeet shooting.
Well, it's like that guy at the Olympics this last year. He like
Yeah.
went out there, like
Yeah.
looked all slobby, just bam, 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 done. Everybody else had all these cool ass scopes and shit on the guns. He's out there, like cigarette in his mouth, left. I was like, oh my god, look at this guy.
Going back to the one that in the Olympics with the breakdancing, did you guys follow that story?
How she like basically like pushed herself through. She was like in charge of pushing herself through or something like that.
and like embezzled all the money, and there was like actual like talented people that tried out, and she's like, no, you're not good enough, and they're like actually doing the break dances where they spin on their head and shit. She's like,
Oh yeah,
I
it was
got
good.
this, but we
Like
need
that,
more
that,
money.
that girl made me want to join breakdancing. It was like I could get in the Olympics with breakdancing with this.
The internet
I-
was definitely undefeated when she did her breakdancing. It did not disappoint as usual.
Well, it's like the Vikings defender that Cam Bynum. He did the ray gun. He picked somebody off, went to the end zone, was like doing the.
Oh yeah,
He had a lot of good celebrations this year. He had
He
the
did.
white chicks.
Yeah,
High
he
School
did the white
Musical, a bunch of
chicks.
shit.
I forgot about that.
I almost said white girls. Whatever. Same.
Uh,
I
Yeah.
mean, as long
Same,
as we
same.
don't say
oh,
the
it's
name.
nobody that.
Listen, Daryl, you just what you said about the photo earlier definitely is going to get us banned anyway. Why you're
Yeah.
worried about saying white girl? Beyond me.
It's fine. No, I'm same, but different. You know.
It's just thing, but different.
Yeah.
And then Gary was talking
same,
shit
but
about
different.
how this girl that escaped the Holocaust don't know what it's like to have agility. What the fuck?
So
This
Daryl
bitch
was
don't know
talking about the
what speed,
Daryl was
agility,
talking.
and
Daryl was talking about the dude with the Holocaust. The lady under
I just said
that,
his picture looks like it's from the Holocaust.
an old black and white photo. The lady under that was a lady I said that she's really going to rank all these sports like she's ever fucking actually participated in anything.
Oh, like,
Jesus.
I'm
gonna get.
not
in trouble.
even going
I
to
need to
touch on
stop.
any of these subjects because I can't even with you guys tonight. this skipping and the
hilarious.
agility, I think.
Take that list down. I want to see Big Talk. Take it down, please. Thank you.
Listen. All I'm going to say is this: I don't see how we end any better than the skipping. That's the end. That's the end. And we can't top that. Whoever said it, kudos to you. I about spit my water out. I don't see how we get any
That was
better than
Tony.
that right there.
What I do?
That we just got ended. That is the best. Tony, good job, buddy.
Hey.
All right, well, that'll wrap us up for the main course. If you like what we did, let us know. If you don't like what we did, let us know. As always, like, follow, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next week.
Oh my God.
Laughter and stories, it's our holiday. From old memories to new jokes, we're ready to deal. Life's a wacky game.